Inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We're set on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Titans 0.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Check, nickel, nickel, nickel. Slam, slam, slam. Let's go.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Henry. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Let's go. Touchdown. 54. Right, 54. Here we go.
Here's the second year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 22-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Here we go. 58.
To throw is Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. It's taken to the 26. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them?
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. A second down run with Lewis, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Let's go, baby. 58, boys, 58, Mike.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down. Spectacular.
And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to...
It got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
A gain of 30.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hands.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit.
14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the safety creep.
From the shotgun, it's Bissett. Complete to Hilton. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Play action. It's Tannehill. Out to his left. He completes it to Henry. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's Tannehill. And he hits the running back, Dion Lewis. That one good for 24 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
60 or 50, focus, defense, focus. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Off play action, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete.
Tannehill's pass, incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And he's got this down to the 35. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Tannehill now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Watch the ship, watch the ship.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to sling this deep down, and this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2nd and goal at the Colts 1-yard line.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Go. Yes. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Right here, right.
Here's Henry. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Don't get nervous. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike's 50. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. Flush to his right. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that'll set them back 5. Extra point try now for Succop. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Brissett. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a give, right side. Hines, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now it's Tannehill going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the 1st quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Hey, Zoo.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
That 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
No game on that defense. No game.
Brissett to throw on 1st. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now we get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Look at me, zipper.
Mike, 58, right there.
I'm trying to collect.
58.
Draw play. This is Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Tannehill now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Six, pull it high.
Mike, 58, right there.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Tannehill now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. From
the 35 on 2nd down. Brissett. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 27, Tannehill. And this is incomplete.
Tannehill's pass, thrown away and incomplete. Brings up third.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Kill, kill, kill. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Ready?
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check 99, check 99.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Rick. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Leo. Push it down.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
At the 14-yard line.
58's the money. 58.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Draw play. This is Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Now the wolf. Three down. Watch the screen.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ricky.
1st down, Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique, his ability to see the quarterback throw the ball.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Brissett. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Man left. 4 down. Chance. 4 down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
58.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, an even 90 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And here's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. On second down, here's a run with Mack. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Hey, wahoo!
You can't block me.
Here's Tannehill. Completes it to Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
All day. Max 50. Yeah, let's get a sack on.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on 2nd down. Tannehill flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Now Tannehill. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. 35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Colts, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.